Each year, the world spends billions of dollars on education, health, and poverty reduction programs. And the shocking truth is that we know very little about the actual impact of those programs.
Aid agencies and developing country governments like to track how much money they spend. They like to track how many outputs are generated, how many teachers trained, how many schools built. They're much less likely to put the effort into measuring what the impact of those investments are. Did the kids actually go to school? Did they graduate? Did they learn anything?
And so there was a gap between the evaluations that we had and the evaluations that we needed to learn from past experience.
CGD launched the Evaluation Gap Working Group in 2004. What we tried to do with the working group was understand, why do aid agencies and developing country governments have trouble doing impact evaluations, and what could be done to stimulate more and better evaluations?
Back when I joined the working group, I was the director of policy and research for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And I joined the group with the hope of really learning about what are the best methodologies for ascertaining impact and attribution in development.
At the time, when I was still in the World Bank, there was quite a lot of skepticism or even suspicion about CGD's motives. The department where I've been working and similar departments in many agencies have been doing evaluations for decades and produced many, many reports. So we didn't see the need for yet another agency doing the same sort of thing.
There was a lot of controversy. But over 2 years, the working group met, we teleconferenced, we elicited feedback from people all over the development community, and we adjusted our recommendations, and eventually we won over the skeptics.
The working group produced a report with two major recommendations. One is that aid agencies and developing country governments invest more in their own capacity to do impact evaluations. The second is that an independent institution be created to mobilize and channel funding for impact evaluations of high quality around key development questions.
We held a 2-day meeting in Bellagio, Italy with potential sponsors to see if we could get pledges of support for the recommendations. Over the months that followed, the commitments started rolling in, and the sponsors stepped forward and said, we want CGD to help us implement this. So we helped set up a new organization, and we helped them recruit a new executive director.
By the time the plans were underway to launch the organisation, my thinking had started to change. It was quite obvious that the official agencies that were already doing evaluations weren't very serious about doing sort of impact studies that really measure the impact they're having to the lives of poor people on the ground. So when I was approached to become the head of a new organisation, I happily agreed, and now I'm the executive director of the International Initiative for Impact Evaluation.
The creation of the International Initiative for Impact Evaluation gives us at USAID a key partner for developing high standards for impact evaluation methods and to mobilize resources and channel them to questions that really matter for us.
So today, I'm the administrator of the U.S. Agency for International Development, and we are making an absolute priority using evidence and knowledge of what works to define our programs and to guide our investments.
It's really exciting now to see the development community worldwide sharing evidence about what works and what doesn't to improve the lives of poor people. We're working now to close that gap.